Do you have any go-to pump-up songs during your camp? Do you have any songs that you like to listen to pump you up?
Funeral music, okay?
Smothering that joint, you was not letting it happen.
Listen, have you seen what his uppercut has done to people twice my size?
The surgeon has made a tremendous name for himself in boxing in 2024, displaying a stunning display of confidence, talent, and charisma. He gained notoriety this year when he defeated Nigeria's Ezra Enria to win the IBF International Light Heavyweight title. The surgeon proved his superiority in the ring by dismantling Enria with a little portion of his full intensity. Arenas have been ignited by his explosive personality and adaptable skills, which have catapulted him into superstar status. Let us consider his incredible ascent to prominence and his influence on the light heavyweight division as he gets ready to use precise technique to destroy his next opponent. From the first bell, Whittaker's flamboyant manner and ostentation posed serious obstacles for Ezra Enria. With his hands lowered and his confidence skyrocketing, Whittaker's approach perfectly suited the surgeon's tactical advantages. By round 2, the surgeon was taking advantage of Whittaker's hazardous approach and dominating the match. However, there was less activity from both combatants in rounds 4 through 6.
What do you say to people who say you're too old to be fighting? Why don't we start with Mike? Go ahead.
I think the people that said that wish they were up here.
Here, Whittaker's sporadic moments of genius nevertheless managed to come through. Though he had great flashes of brilliance, he was unable to sustain momentum against the surgeon's accurate and deliberate assault. The surgeon's surgical accuracy maintained its hold on the ring as the bout went on. Ezra Enria became frustrated with Whittaker's infrequent bursts of brilliance, which led the Nigerian fighter to revert to extreme measures. Enria started to headbutt and elbow people in a desperate attempt to stem the tide, which cost him points. Whittaker continued to avoid the surgeon's attacks and remained elusive in spite of his displeasure. In an attempt to provide a spectacular finale, Whittaker threw everything at Enria in the closing seconds of the bout, literally flinging everything at her. Enria, however, escaped the onslaught by ducking back and fled until the bell rung, obtaining a brief respite. The battle finished with Whittaker's spirited but.
Okay, I looked it up. Mike Tyson is 220 pounds.
That's 1 pound less than his optimal weight.
And Jake Paul is about 200 pounds. We've got about 20 pounds.
Are you kidding me? He's only 200?
Yeah.
Oh, gee. This is worse than I thought.
That was his last fight. That's what he weighed in at.
White's admonition was followed by a long list of warnings.
I'm sorry, I don't see how Jake pulls this off. I see Mike Tyson punching him in the body, and I don't see how Jake stops that. Jake is not of the size to give Mike a problem. Mike can be, big guys would hold Mike. Guys with long reach that outweigh him. Yeah. I think people that's Mike's weight, with Mike's center of gravity, I don't think there's anything that's going to stop him.
Paul was ultimately unable to muster enough momentum to win the fight. Thus, the surgeon emerged victorious. Tauchi, following 10 thrilling rounds of action, Whittaker was crowned the new IBF International Light Heavyweight Champion. 2 months before, to his resounding triumph over Ezra Enria, Whittaker had demonstrated his abilities by handily eliminating a strong foe in Liam Willings. Whittaker displayed the depths of his boxing expertise by showcasing his proficiency in the inebriated boxing technique.
Back and forth.
If you ever had a pit bull puppy,
Yes.
and they try to play with other dogs, they don't know how to play. They forget and start fighting. It's just in their blood. They
It's
can't
in their
help it.
bloodline.
And people don't
Exactly.
understand that. People always say, that's just in their blood. Just like
Period.
the game rooster. Just like the little colorful fish they sell at the fair. If you put 2 of them fish in the tank, they're gonna
one
kill
of them
each other.
gonna die.
That's just what some things in life are like that.
Yeah.
Some people in life are like that.
Period.
Mike Tyson has pit bull mentality. He don't know how to play.
Delivering vicious combos and moving around the ring with ballet-like grace. His performance against was evidence of his extraordinary skills and cunning personality.
But it's exhibition. Exhibition. No headgear. Exhibition. Judges.
It's still Mike Tyson.
And exhibition.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson, who knocked Corey Sanders down in the first round of an exhibition back in 2004.
Correct.
So what is your definition of an exhibition? Because going in the ring with Mike Tyson has nothing exhibitionist about it.
No, he doesn't have that in him. When you watch him spar, his sparring was fights.
Nothing
Excitility preparing the ground for his next challenge. Liam Willings suffered a punishing assault of blows to his head and torso throughout the first round. By round 3, Whittaker was overwhelming Willings with a barrage of blows, taunting him as he went. This caused the fight to become disorganized. Willings made a heroic effort to rally in the closing rounds, but it was in vain. Comparable to shutting the barn door after the horse had run away, La Chasse, Whittaker kept breaking Willings down during the battle, winning on points and gaining the respect of his opponent. With this victory, Whittaker cemented his reputation as a rising star and demonstrated his ability to produce memorable moments in the ring, such as thrilling knockouts like the one he had against KJ. Surprisingly, Mike Tyson, the Manuel, is facing Jake Paul. How do you anticipate that major fight in Dallas, Texas?
Manuel, Mike Tyson, he's fighting Jake Paul. What are your expectations for that big fight in Dallas, Texas?
I think it's going to be a good fight. I mean, you know, Mike Tyson, what he does is two-dimensional. He's going to come at you, trying to knock you out. Now, you got to try and stay away from him, stay away from his power. I seen him working out the other day, and he throws some good combinations. So those 6-punch combinations, he has to make sure, I'm talking Jake Paul, make sure that he's not in the way of those punches, because Tyson's a real fighter.
Whittaker revealed that he had a challenging training camp despite his outstanding achievement, demonstrating his fortitude and will to overcome hardship. Whittaker washed Kedjia to the ground early in the battle when he stormed out of the gate like a natural force. Whittaker's blows unleashed an unstoppable flow of damage that caused Gia's defenses to disintegrate. Whittaker's performance against Stephen Doug was even more remarkable. He dominated the opening rounds with his explosive movement and precise punches.
He's fighting a legendary, iconic fighter. A guy who's one of the greatest punchers in heavyweight history, one of the greatest punchers ever with either hand, and one of the greatest combinations of speed and power. Yeah, he's 58 years old. Yeah, the end of his career wasn't too good before he got out. But one of the last things that go with a fighter is his power.
Whittaker went into beast mode at the conclusion of round 2 and brought a new level of intensity to round 3. His tenacious attitude and perseverance.
This is a very dangerous fight for Paul.
Interesting.
I think he might be making a mistake.
Highlighted his growing skill in the ring and demonstrated his capacity to adjust and step up his performance when necessary. Whittaker could have gone for the kill after taking Kedjia to one knee, but instead he decided to show off, breaking Gia's confidence before finishing him with a clean knockout. Whittaker's battle with Vladimir Belushi demonstrated his ability to be among the best light heavyweight fighters in Britain. He's shown exceptional skill in both the punch-off and dance-off throughout this fight, deftly maneuvering around his opponent. Whittaker put his foot on the throttle in round 3, increasing the pressure on Belushi.
Real quick, everyone wants to know your take, man. Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, who you got?
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson all day?
Aimed to react, showcasing Whittaker's supremacy and adaptability in the ring. Whittaker battered his opponent mercilessly, using him as a punching bag, round after round. The Slavic fighter was like soft tomato flesh by round 8, and Whittaker's attack reduced him to minced meat. In a similar vein, Whittaker was sent away. Jordan Grant was easily defeated by Whittaker, displaying his
respected one person.
Yes.
And anybody else at any given time feared the fuck out of this pit bull. Because nobody else knew, hey man, hey, somebody got to get this, hey, what is this with? Who? Until this day, if I see Mike, there's a little nervousness for no reason.
For sure.
And it's not like he's coming in with this thing like I'm killing everybody. No, but
he's gentle.
He's the most loving man in the world. You talk to him, he's soft spoken, but there's still a little thing like, hey, is Mike gonna hit me?